In this video, I'm going to share what Substack is and who Substack is for. So if you ever dreamed of having a blog, or you ever wanted a digital magazine, an online magazine, and you missed the whole, blogging era when all the bloggers went viral or built their 6 to 7 or whatever figure businesses, and you have missed that mark, well, Substack might be for you. And if you have a newsletter, you send out regular emails, or you want to, this is for you as well. If you post on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or wherever, Substack is for you too. And here's why. You don't just get followers, you get subscribers. No, I'm not talking about subscribers like on YouTube. They're even worth more because they literally give you their email address. You can export your email list into Substack, and every time you send out a long form article, you literally send it to your email list. And if you get new subscribers, they literally give you your email list. So let me give you a little tour around Substack, because when I did my research around Substack in late 2024, I was like, what's that? And is it really for free? Because usually if you have an email tool, it costs per, subscribers you have and grow over time. And it's never free, right? If we look at Beehive and all these other platforms that also give you the opportunity to create a website and send out emails, it's paid. Substack is not. And they just received 100 million in funding. And you know what that means, right? So let me show you. You can literally see this here in this article. Substack raises 100 million in Series C funding. And that was in summer 2025. This is when they received this funding. So reports that the funding brings Substack valuation to 1.1 billion. Whenever a company gets this amount of funding, that means we can expect a ton of new features. And the features that already work well, they will improve it. And I saw an article from Substack itself that they're going to upgrade their discovery, which means more organic reach. So let me show you behind the scenes on how this actually looks like. This is substack.com/home. If you have created your own account, this is what you will see. It will show content that you might be interested in. Of course, they have an algorithm. And for now, we don't see any ads, but I guess it's coming because obviously they have to bring back the money. They have to make the money that people just invested or companies just invested into Substack. Okay. So it is a great opportunity to jump on a ship or a boat or a train that you have, all these trains you have missed in the past. The YouTube people that went viral for whatever. I mean, YouTube is still a fair platform. It's still possible to grow there. But like the whole TikTok dancing thing, the Instagram Reels stuff and everyone goes viral. The COVID, everyone builds a business and, makes billions. This early people that's jumped on AI and built their little SaaS. Exactly. Substack is the new opportunity. Let me tell you. I have missed all the other boats. And if you're like me, well, that's a boat we might want to jump in on, because I don't know how many boats will come in the future now that we have AI and so on. So let's jump into it. First of all, no, Substack is not a writers only platform anymore. Okay, people are here now to post carousel posts, reels, long form article, podcast, live, notes, tweets, and all the things. Like, think of content. Yes, you can do all of this and more on Substack. Plus, you own the audience. You can export your contacts and you can import your contacts. And here's a nice thing. Yes, you can also build a newsletter on LinkedIn, but you cannot export your contacts. Just saying. Okay, now let's dive into it. First of all, what's on your mind? You can post. Let's click on it. You can post a picture. You can post a video. Now, if you go to the video option, to the option on your phone, you see that you have way more options. If I click here on this little dot, you see this. So we have the library, we have the camera, we have an article, and it says go live. This is what it says. These are the options you have, and you can just have these little notes that you write. It's similar to the tweets that you know about. So, like, look at this post here from this little girl. We can take this as an example. Hannah Bay posted this on the 12th of January. Today, my love, is the 2nd of February, and this is the first post I see. And that's also what I noticed for my Substacks or my posts. They, until today that I posted like last week, still get subscribers. And I'm like, oh, that's refreshing. That's something we don't see on Instagram and such. We see that on YouTube. We don't see that on the other platforms. They have a life cycle and it goes down pretty quickly. Your content dies out fast. Here, it doesn't, at least until now. I don't know how this will change algorithmic wise, because obviously they will make changes. It is our opportunity now. Okay, if you're a multi-passionate, if you have ADHD, you're my type of person, and then this platform is for you. If you can't decide for years, like me, if you want to do YouTube, a podcast, you want to concentrate on short video, carousel posts, maybe something like Threads or X, Twitter or whatnot, you can do it all here. And then you can use all these other platforms as repurposing platforms. You repurpose your content. If you want to learn more, join Substack School. We're currently you can get in as a founding member, and I'm literally sharing my entire behind the scenes of growing my Substack and how I'm going to plan to monetize it. My wins, my learns, my everything. So make sure you join Substack School. The link is below. Now, let's look at Hannah's post here, because this is literally the first thing that opened. Okay, so first of all, we see here the likes. We like it. We have the comments. You can restack it. It's basically like reposting, and you can share it on other platforms. That's also nice opportunity. That's nothing we see like this on Instagram. You have this little arrow, but it immediately shows you should show it to other tools, other people. So if we can also see here subscribe, but if we click on the post, we see here a little arrow. So this is a carousel post. She took her carousel from Instagram or whatnot, or posted it for Substack and then reposted or whatever. And you can see here her carousel post. Beautiful, aesthetically newspaper vibes. And then if I'm like, oh, that's interesting, I can click on the post. Now I see all the comments. And now I can go to her profile. Because we have the personal profile. Think of your Instagram profile, your LinkedIn profile, and whatnot. And that is Hannah's profile right now. She has a beautiful banner at the top. She has a profile picture. She has a little description about herself. She has her name and her handle. Think of Instagram. You have the name up there, and then you have your handle. And then you see here that she has 2 links. That means she has 2 publications. A publication is basically her newsletter / website. I'll show in a minute what I mean. Now you can send her a message. I can't because I did not subscribe. That's her setting. I can also have here little dots, so I can copy the link, I can share, I can follow. So I can also follow a person. That's then the human I'm going to follow, not their publication. And so that means every time she posts, comments, or creates a new whatever, I would see this. And then I can say subscribe. So here we see her feed. That's all what she has posted. And we have here little tabs. So we see the activity. That means also like when she restocked something or whatnot. We see the posts in here. So that's all her posts. You see also already some are paid. So she already monetized her newsletter, which is amazing. That's also something you can do. Yes, you can earn on the platform. So creator friendly, right? You can see the likes, and you can see the reads, basically who she follows and what she reads, basically. And you see this little color here. Well, she chose this. She chose that this is her color that she wants on her buttons and so on. Okay, now we see here, first of all, she has here 15,000 subscribers plus. And then we can see here little links, and you can, customize these links on your profile. So the first one is this. this is one of her newsletters. So it says it's called Midnight Crumbs by Hannah Bay. And that's basically, you can see this as a website, a blog, a magazine. You can customize it. The background here, you can have like 2 colors mainly. This is like the background color, and then you have the secondary color, which is here the buttons, you know, here, these little things, and it makes it just very custom, right? And then you can also choose different layouts, but I will go into that in depth more in another video of this series. So basically, you see here her articles, and you can basically click on an article and then you read the article. So that's the layout, how this looks like. In this case now, she chose a serif font. You can also go with a sans serif font. So that's really like depends on your vibe. And you can have your little quotes. You can have here your little subscriber button and post photos and whatnot. So she's really going for this aesthetic vibes. I love this for her. Now, if we go back to her account, you see that she has another one. Okay, wow, interesting. So this is Quiet Growth Chronicles, and that's a totally different vibe. As you see, she chose here a little bit of a, you know, sky blue vibe and a light gray-ish of a background. It's not completely white, but it's also not maybe light beige or whatnot. So that's the vibe she went with, and you can see here. Let me show you actually a paid post. So this one is locked. So that means now I have to pay. So let's see if I go to subscribe. No, that's not the page I wanted to access. Let me show. If I go to accept, usually it shows me the page. Did not show me. There it goes. Now I can subscribe. If you accept the terms, it will open this little window here. And it will tell me a little bit about what this is, the name, a little banner, and then I can basically subscribe to this. And then I can say, let's say subscribe. And now I'm seeing this. So I'm now in the free version, and it shows me the listicle of what I get. I see monthly. That's like $10 a month, and she shows what I would get. And then she has annual, and that's highlighted. You know, basically save money. It's only 67 euros a year. And then you basically, you know, 37% cheaper, and you get BTS journals and whatnot. And she basically lists down everything. Group, if you want to go in a group, and you can also gift a newsletter. So basically it's a paid newsletter. It's a subscription, okay? And I think you can have more than these 2 options. I think you can have a third one that is paid and so on. But how cool is this? And then now I can select which one I want to go with. So this is pretty cool because you can monetize your newsletter, and I would highly recommend doing it pretty early if you want to, because it can fund your effort. You can reinvest into your brand, which is amazing. And it's amazing because you can literally lead everyone from your Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or whatnot to your free newsletter. And this is literally, you can see this as a freebie because you can give so much value. And if we look at larger creators on LinkedIn and also on YouTube and whatnot, you see a lot of people linking people want to get their email addresses because we want to nurture them. We want to build a relationship with them, and they should get to know us, right? So let me give you a little bit behind the scenes of mine. This is mine. Mine is colorful, like my background, like my identity, of course. And so my business is all about supporting multi-passionate ADHDpreneurs wanting to grow their business by embracing and monetizing their multitude. And so I do that here on the Passion Code. That is my publication, my magazine. Oh, fancy. And yeah, I'm having fun with like my, you know, my articles here. And so let me show you a little behind here. So sharing some infographics and really having fun, breaking things down visually, easy to understand. So if you want to subscribe to the Passion Code, the link is below. Okay, now let's go back to Substack and let me explain furthermore how Substack works. Okay, so you have here this little thingies, and by the way, if you miss the old times where it was fine and almost allowed to post one single graphic slide on social media, Substack is for you. You can literally, I see a lot of people literally post something simple like that. and you see the likes, you see the comments, you see the restacks. It works. One sentence for everyone in the first year on Substack. Here's the quote I wish I'd seen when I had 3 subscribers. If you only walk on sunny days, you will never reach your destination. I love that. So, but you see how even here, Reese Witherspoon literally launched her book club here. Like, she has a book club already, okay? But like, I saw today that just 3 days ago, she posted this. So she has now her Substack, her book club on Substack. And we see this, the New York Times, large makeup like companies are on Substack. It is crazy. People are coming, even like people like Gary Vaynerchuk, all the marketing gurus, everyone is flooding and coming on Substack because they see the opportunity, and barely someone here on everywhere is talking about it. And I'm like, well, we gotta change this, okay? So that's also why I created the Substack school, my school community, because I feel like I like this kind of like in-feed conversation, and like I can update in real time basically. So yeah, as you see, you can have carousel posts, you can have little posts like these, tweets, formerly known. You can have your reels, right? I also posted already a reel. And if you see this, well, this is a long form article. You can go live. You can have your podcast in there. It is crazy. It is so interesting on it's easy to get some traction. So let me show you my behind the scenes. So there we go. I have a little bit of a dip because I've ghosted my newsletter for like 6 months, and I attracted a different audience with like a pop-up program I had before. So let's ignore that. But what we can definitely look at is I am growing. Look at the views, 2.9 views, which is amazing. And if we look at, see, this article, my last article, got me 1 new lead. And this is amazing. If I would have just published this newsletter secretly, because this is how it always felt, at least for me, to my email list with my, flow desk or whatnot, it feels private. It feels too private. I can't attract new people it's like gone. I was putting so much effort into certain articles I wrote for my newsletter, and it was gone. And I was like, well, yes, I can repost this, but like, it's gone. The banners I create, the designs I do, and the infographics I would do for my newsletter to give the most amount of value, it's gone. And I was like, not ideal, not great. And so this feels like blogging. It feels exciting. It feels like my content lives forever, really. And I'm really, really curious on how Substack will improve the SEO ability. I already found someone last time through Google, which is interesting. And then, Google was showing me their Substack. So that was quite interesting to me. But see, yesterday I checked, this person wasn't there. And I posted this 4 days ago. And I got one new subscriber, probably today, because yesterday the person wasn't there. Okay, so you see here too, the open rate, okay? Ignore this because this is old, as you see. This is just me basically copying my blog articles to Substack then. But we want to look at the last 2 versions. 1,440 views. The other one, 1,080 views. And that's interesting. 40% open rate. This is good. So if you are like concerned about, tell you, I ghosted my community. And so after my email list, and so if I ghosted my community for 6 months and get 40% open rate, imagine what would have happened if I would have literally been being engaged with them since. So that is quite interesting. In here, 36%, I'm literally in the healthy area, which is amazing. And so now I'm getting rid of the people that aren't my audience. The non-multi-passionate ADHDers, please go. And then the new people that are excited for my content, they will join and they will join me on my journey. And I'm really excited for this. Like, I'm like jumping up and down the whole time for Substack. I'm so excited for this. And I can't wait to show you one thing, because this post, for instance, got me 4 new subscribers. This little short post got me 4 new subscribers, 41 clicks, and 2 people shared it with someone. And 1 person restacked it. If you would look at the 9 likes, you'd be like, that's not a lot. The 4 subscribers is really what it does, what it makes it exciting for me. These people are leads. If you go back, here's another one. 3 new subscribers, 29 clicks, 10 likes. How exciting. With 2 notes, I already got 7 new subscribers. I think it's worth it. What do you think? I think it's worth it. It's, completely organically, and it is through the platform. This is not me sending anyone to this platform. This is through Substack. Through Substack. Organic growth. And again, 1 free subscriber is literally worth 100 Instagram followers, 10 YouTube subscribers, and 1,000 TikTok followers. This is how you can put it into perspective. And then the cool thing is you can really customize it. Not as much as other platforms, right? I get it. But you have amazing opportunities to design it. You have here, for instance, I have this little bit of a violet lavender background. And then we have the orange here as my secondary color. I have your logo. I have your logo mark. And then, of course, with the covers of your newsletter, this is basically how you will be designing it every time you post something. And you have your home. And then you can literally, this menu, yes, totally customizable. You can have buttons there leading away from your Substack. Let me show you. So we have here the notes. That's literally my section where I post my notes. Here is a link directing you through my community, the Admori Society. And if I go back, here is another link, guiding you through the Substack school community, the new one. And if you're interested, join below, lock in the founding member price. So you can have here another page in Substack that is blank and that you can fill in with whatever you want. You can write an about page. So if we go into, let's say maybe Hannah. Let's see what she has here. She has Crumb diary theory. So she has here now probably a certain maybe format that you can post. So that's also a nice thing you can do. If you have a series or a format that you always repost into, then you can literally have here a little tab where you just show that. She has an archive. And you have the latest top and discussions, and then she has here a little bit of about. So here she has like some testimonials, more testimonials, join Crumb Theory, and that will be then to subscribe to her publication. So that's really that. Just wanted to share. If we look at Grace, I don't know who Grace is, but let's look at this. We have here chat. Join Grace our subscriber chat. So you can also have a chat. I forgot to say that. But basically, you can have a community chat here as well. And you can decide if you want to have it free or if you want to have it behind a paid function. And you have here another page she leads us to. There are templates she leads us away to, office hours, whatever this is, also somewhere else, archive within here, and she has an about section here as well. So you can really customize, and you see, right? This one, so here you see the difference. This here, and then we have this here, and we have this. See how different they all feel? Same platform. Yes, you are limited with the design, but kind of not, because do you see that these colors, these two colors and these images really set the tone and the vibe. So I think there's no reason for you to not be on Substack. Let me shake you here virtually, okay? Let's jump on Substack. Let's, I don't know, keep pushing. Let's destroy 2026 with our Substack, and let's share amazing value, build an amazing community, because I honestly think this is a train or bus we don't want to miss, because we have already missed so many. And I honestly think if you're a multi-passionate ADHD person and you want to build a personal brand, a business, I truly believe this is your place to be. And please don't think about this as I need to know how to write. You people, you can hear that I'm not a native speaker, right? I do not manually type them. It's my IP. But I use tools to get this, still being authentic, still being me, without just copying pasting something from AI. That's really not who I am. But I share everything also inside Substack School. So I would say subscribe to the channel if you want to see episode 2 of me, breaking down Substack and showing you some behind the scenes. If you want the real behind the scenes, the really nitty gritty strategies and so on, and the templates and stuff, you join Substack School, and I'll see you in the next one.